I don't think Rook realizes he's muted.
We just talked about this, how I do this in court. All right, well, anyway, welcome to a brand new, debut of the Bourbon Boys podcast. This is a different format for us. It's much different. We usually do sports, New York sports, but I don't know if anyone's been watching the sports world. It's pretty miserable if you're a New York fan. So instead of hearing us bitch for the next hour, we just figured let's try something new. Bourbon Boys podcast. We have to have a new intro created. Still, obviously, presented by Scoreboard Addicts podcast. So that's why we have the original Scoreboard Addicts intros we typically have. We're working on a new intro for the Bourbon Boys, which include Matt as a regular. And I will no longer be a featuring, as Nick snuck in that featuring.
He's great.
During his intro. So it's fun. We're going to drink, talk about life, talk about current events.
Let's call it what it is. We are sick of New York sports in general.
Yes. It's
easier to just socially drink because that's what this is, right? We're not drinking alone, even though I'm just drinking and yelling at a computer screen. It's a regular night of the week then at that point. But
yes,
I mean, we might as well just shoot the shit like men do.
Yep.
Have a little bourbon because that's one thing we all have in common. We got Matt into bourbon, which is nice. Shout out to Chris McCormick for Chris. Chris is definitely one of the OGs of the bourbon world as far as our friends group goes, and gotta give him a little shout out every once in a while. He should be on here joining us because at least he wouldn't make fun of me for getting notes of vanilla and barrel char and all that stuff. I get abused at this point when I give tasting notes, and then Rook's like, "Yeah, tastes like bourbon." Thanks, pal.
The thing is, he'd never do it. I think he never would do it. Yeah, he'll never do it.
No, Chris would do it. Definitely would do it. I think Chris would have to be in person, sitting either right here with me in the Scoreboard Addicts pub, or sitting at your house or something like that, doing a little whiskey with friends, which we like to do.
Yeah, definitely. And I think also what I kind of want to start doing too, I think we're going to start
getting viewers.
What'd you say?
Getting viewers?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what we're switching it up here. It's something different, right? We're not doing the typical New York sports. And, everyone does New York sports, right? New York is one of the biggest markets. So it's kind of like everyone has the same thing. Everyone has the same takes. You got to do something a little different outside the box. So I think we're going to start trying to push more little TikTok, right? TikTok.
Oh, is that what we're going to do? I thought you were going to say throw a curveball in there and say we just start showing up at WNBA games and whipping dildos, but because I would be down for that. I mean, tickets are like $7.
They're like,
the dildo is the most expensive part of that situation.
This dildo has the Scoreboard Addicts logo on it. That's weird.
Nothing would make me happier than, if you get one of those that have a suction cup at the end of it and you just whip it in an arena, like get it stuck to the roof, knowing that it's just a ticking time bomb, right? At a certain point, it's going to rain down, but you got to hope it's not at like a circus or Disney on Ice. Because if Moana gets a dildo off the top of her head, there's going to be hell to pay.
I mean, yeah, that would be wild. That would be.
It would make me want to go to Disney on Ice. I mean,
That's true.
I'm just saying. It's like, oh, dude, Maui just caught one right off the dome. It's like, oh shit.
That's really funny. That would be It would be funny. It's a ticking time bomb type of thing, where it's like you don't know when
It's
this
just waiting to fall
could fall anytime. And like you
at
said,
any moment.
Disney
Like,
on Ice. Disney on Ice.
Dude, can you think? I mean, obviously they have people that would be able to retrieve it, but knowing how high the garden is, you know what I mean? Like, and how, some maintenance guys like, yo, dude, I get paid $65,000 a year. No, I'm not going to retrieve that.
Yeah.
It'll come down when it's ready.
It would. I don't know. I'd probably do some damage too. The garden
From that height, I mean, if you got, it depends. If you went with the an Irish dildo, then not so much. Minor inconvenience, but if you're going for fucking NFL locker room dong, yeah, it might leave a crater in the ground.
Oh God,
we're off the rails already.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes in. Yeah, we probably already got banned.
Yeah, whatever. Well, that's the best part about this is we can't be canceled. I mean, you got to get paid to be able to get canceled. What are you going to cancel me from?
And the thing is, I just went to try to put this on our Twitter account, and apparently, I don't know how it worked, but we paid for premium, and now it's saying that we didn't. So I think they must have upped the charge.
That's weird.
Yeah, out of nowhere, because I was like, it just worked recently, but we haven't been on for a while. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been on.
It's been a little bit, dude. I mean, life gets in the way, right? Everybody gets busy, especially this time of year. I didn't even get any pumpkin picking done, no apple picking, none of the usual bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, you know what it is? The weekend's been very busy. Alex has soccer every weekend.
Oh,
just running around doing different things, and then seeing the traffic and stuff. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not going and spending $50 on a pumpkin and waiting an hour and a half to buy a pumpkin and waiting online because last year when we went to Casola Farms. Shout out to Casola Farms. They do a pretty nice pumpkin picking like spread with the hayride and all that good stuff. And petting zoo and whatever, decent selection of pumpkins. And I go for the apple cider. I mean, the apple cider donuts and the apple cider are the best part. But obviously the smile on my son's face is up there as well. But you got to entice a fat guy with the edibles. You know what I mean? You got to get the donuts going, the apple cider. But dude, we waited online for like an hour just to get tickets to go on the hayride. We waited 45 minutes to buy a pumpkin. It's like, this is insane. You know what I mean? Like I remember going, at least when I was younger, where you just walk in, pumpkin pick, leave. Like it wasn't I feel like it's more of a hassle to go pumpkin picking than it is to travel to the Bronx and go catch a Yankee game. Like I don't have 4 hours to kill to go buy a $50 pumpkin.
So we went pumpkin picking. We went to Von Thuns, which is in South Brunswick. It's a nice place, but it's like, I'm trying to think, is it 26 or 27? Something like $26, $27 a person. I have a family of 4. It's $100 just to get in the door now, Then you got to buy the pumpkin. Pumpkins aren't that expensive. They're per pound, so you obviously don't go crazy, get a huge pumpkin. But we spent $17 on pumpkins. Right, we got like 3 little ones, 1 big one, which you typically do. We'll carve it this weekend, so it's ready for Halloween next weekend. Oh, yeah. We got apple cider, obviously, apple cider donuts. We got the kids' food there. I mean, next thing you know, I'm like $150, like just to go to this place, like a pumpkin patch. And it used to not be like that. And it's funny because we used to go to Pennsylvania all the time. We had a place up there, and we would go to this place called Roba's. And it's in the Poconos. And Roba's, when I was a kid, literally was just, we have a corn maze, we have a pumpkin patch. That was it. Now it's like Disney World. It's like a Disney World of pumpkin patches. They have obviously a lot of places now have the cannons, the little mini pumpkin cannons. They have the apple cannons where you just throw apples in and you shoot them off. They have the slingshots. If you get it into the bucket, the far bucket, you win like a prize. And they have a train ride, the cattle ride. It is just, and there's 2. There's a mini corn maze now. There's a big adult corn maze. There's just so much stuff to do at these places. They have the pig races. There always the pig races, but the pig races, which is always fun to watch the pigs chase each other, especially when they get the fat ones out there and they're going so slow. But it's basically like they serve beer now. They used to never serve beer. Even like 5 or 6 years ago, they never served beer. They started serving beer. Now they serve wine. Like it's insane. It's like going to Disney World. And like the cost of it is, I think it's more than what I would have spent at Von Thuns. And it's just insane how these pumpkin places, it is such a moneymaker. And I get it, it's a farm. So maybe like their main thing, that's their main, I guess, source of income for the year, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a farmer, but it seems like if they're a pumpkin farm, September, October, maybe November is like where you get your nut. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So I get why the prices are up there and the food is all expensive. And listen, apple cider donuts are the best. That's like one of the best things to get when you go pumpkin picking besides the pumpkins for the kids. But yeah, it's crazy how expensive the places are getting. So
did they have
it's not just this area either. You know, like I said, it's the Poconos too. So like it's just like the cost of doing anything is a family of four. The cost of anything for us now would so much more. Games, Yankee games, you can't even go to a Ranger game.
Dude, the Rangers can kiss my ass. I mean, they're currently losing 3-2 to the San Jose Sharks, who's winless so far in the season.
Yeah, the first one
probably. And the Rangers have just been an absolute shit show. Trying to we're making fun of them for their inability to score at home, which is like you want to put fans in the stands, and they really don't give a shit. Actually, they are. I believe they're in the So, oh wow, they just tied it up 3-3.
There you go. Whoa! We got 3 goals in the season. No, 4 goals now in the season at home, which is crazy. They had 5 home games.
Dude, that's goals. The problem is you want to entertain people, and it's like, okay, they obviously can't guarantee wins. It is what it is. I mean, obviously. Nobody's expecting that, but you have to put on a show. You're not competitive. You want people to walk in the door and drop at least $200 a ticket at this point. Like, I mean, I was looking to take Alex in the preseason because usually you can get tickets for like $25-$30 because they practically give them away because nobody goes to preseason. Yeah. They wanted $125 to go sit up in the Chase Bridge. It's like, you want me to drop $250 just to walk in the door. I'm going for at least $100 in merch for my son. I'm going to go for probably, obviously, Alex being there is going to slow me down. So maybe let's say 2 beers and something to eat. He's going to get something to eat and ice cream and stuff like that. Like, I don't have $450 to drop to watch you guys not fucking score at least.
And
you know what I mean?
The game not to count because it was preseason.
But even with that, you know what? I'll take it. It is what it is. Walking in like, all right, the game really doesn't mean much, but the entertainment value is just not there anymore. And that I think that's true with a lot of things. Just you want to call it inflation? I call it greedy assholes that just are used to people paying out the ass for everything, so nobody questions it anymore. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, you go on TikTok and stuff like that, and now I can kind of understand more why people like flip the fuck out in places like Chipotle when it's like, I'm dropping $14 for a bowl. Like, you could put more than like 4 nuggets of chicken in it. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, everybody's just kind of sick and tired of getting bent over and taking it.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is too, like, it's especially with the Rangers, like Rangers and Knicks, tickets are always expensive because people are always going to go to the Garden. Corporate. So like Knicks and Rangers could be dog shit for the next 10 years. They're still going to make their money. So there's like no incentive for them to be like, we got to put a good product out there and entertain people. People are going to go no matter what because it's the city. It's New York City. It's Madison Square Garden. People are going to go. And the Rangers are like proof of it right now. They're not that good. They're barely scoring at home. Obviously, today's an outlier. And people are still spending a ton of money to go to the games. And they're still selling out. It's not like the crowd's empty.
No, it's packed every time.
Yeah. So what incentive is there to lower ticket prices to have more people go? You can't.
That's the thing, dude. No, like at this point, as a kid, I swore up and down that when I was old enough and I got a job and I had a career and all that stuff, I was going to get myself season tickets. I would splurge on that. Like, dude, no chance would I ever pay that kind of money to what? To be disappointed and irritated every year. And then you can tell me that you're raising ticket prices like every fucking year. Like, come on. It's not, the value is not there anymore. And I feel like that's with a lot of things. That's why at this point, dude, I look forward to like minor league baseball games more than anything because it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to walk in. I can goof around and have fun and take my son to a nice day out. My wife, not that she gives a shit about sports, but she'll go and hang out and, get her a Carvel and she'll be happy.
Yeah.
But it's just to go to Yankee Stadium and do that, like even to sit out in the bleachers, it's still an expensive time. And then 2 hours in the car each way.
Yeah, we went over the summer and that was, I mean, the girls had a good time. I left the game early. It was like they were down, I think 2-1. There's no offense. They scored 1 run. It wasn't even like a home run. It was like a ground ball the short, and they threw it home, and the guy was like, Jazz was safe at home. Like, it was like not exciting whatsoever. The girls are getting restless. I'm like, it's 7th inning, they're losing. I'm like, I'm just gonna go home. And as soon as we left, they started scoring and winning the game like 4-2. And I felt bad. I was like, we watched, like, my daughter was like, her one thing was she wanted to come in and get a good game. And we got one of the worst games. Then we finally leave. They win the game. And we got free tickets. That's the reason why we went. We took them to it. Because otherwise, I mean, we had really good seats too, because we won it from a charity event.
Nice.
From the Yes Network. So we were like pretty decent seats. So it was like, for experience with my daughter, like first time Yankee Stadium for both of them. Was it cool? I'm like, enjoy it, because you're probably never sitting here again.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy can't afford to get a 4-pack of seats to go to this thing and then pay for, it was, but it was fun. But it took us forever to get there.
Yeah.
We just made first pitch, and I wanted to get them, like, I wanted to take them to the museum. I wanted to take them to they have that playground up in the upper deck. I was going to take them up there. No time, because by the time we got there, it was basically first pitch. And then we had then we left in the 7th inning, and I figured, I'll beat a little traffic. Took us 2 hours to get home. Hit all the traffic no matter what. There's no way around it. Whether you leave early or you leave the same time. It's
awful. It's awful.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse. I love when people are like, oh, just take mass transit. It's like, have you been to New York City lately?
Yeah.
You get on those fucking trains minus the animal fucking Yankee fans getting out of a game hammered drunk.
Hammered, yeah.
Take that out of the equation. I would not take my family on any type of mass transit in New York City. You have to fucking hate your family to take them on a train or a bus in this shit city. It's awful, dude. It's absolutely horrible.
It is. And I had to take the train recently for work because I was in Brooklyn. I had a case in New York, and
took your life in your hands, Rook. You took your life in your hands.
Well, because I parked in Brooklyn. I drove to Brooklyn, and trying to keep costs down was, let me just jump the train to the park in Brooklyn, get out, go pay the freaking congestion to go back into this downtown Manhattan, and then park at another $50 parking lot. I was like, let me just take the train. It's like what, $225 now, probably. It's like whatever. I don't know what it is.
Right.
I just paid
I have
it.
no idea.
I don't even know. I just like put 2 trips in, I paid it, whatever. And I'm like, I don't feel safe. There's people smoking weed everywhere. It smells like weed anywhere you go in the city. Now, the subway station's even worse. And there's just like people just walking around crazy. People just talking to themselves. I'm like, this is not safe.
No.
And I'm going to probably set you off here because I know where this is going. Because we're talking about New York City, and I wanted to talk a little bit about local politics. New York City is on the national stage, but listen, this is currently technically local politics. And I have a funny story about local politics, which is why I'm also getting into it. But I hate the fact that this idiot, Mom Donnie, he has the mayoral debate last night. He shows up in the mass transit. People are like, Mom Donnie took the bus to the. He didn't take the bus, okay? He took a bus with a security detail, right?
Armed security detail.
Armed security detail.
We got ban all guns. We got to ban all guns. As a citizen, you're not allowed to have a gun, but I'm important enough that guns should protect me, but fuck you and your family. Thanks, buddy.
On the MTA bus. Okay, listen. And people are like, oh, it's so cool. He eats with his hands. He took the mass transit. He didn't take mass transit. Okay, he took an armed security guard team, people that protected him, to probably jump on that bus for like 1 block and show up because he is the fakest dude. He's just
how about the fact that they're trying to push that as if it's some kind of narrative, yet Michael Bloomberg, multi-billionaire, took the fucking train every day. Not only as mayor, but when he was working, because obviously the dude is like a staple in the financial community, worked in Manhattan, Wall Street, the whole nine, in the city all the time. He took the train constantly. Nobody gave a fuck.
No one cares.
It's not something special. Like this guy is trying to placate like he's one of us. You're not one of us. You got to the country 6 fucking years ago, dude. Like you're barely an American. And you hate America, you hate capitalism, you hate everything this country stands for, and these assholes are eating it up. Oh, he's going to give us free trains and free buses and all that stuff. It's like, guess who's going to be riding those trains and buses? Every fucking homeless psychopath in the streets of New York City. Because in the wintertime, when there's a warm bus and it pulls up and it's, hey, anybody can get on for fucking free, they're going to be sitting there shitting and pissing themselves and drinking themselves into oblivion or shooting up or all that stuff. just right next to you. Yeah. You get on that bus with your family. Have a good time.
Yeah, and it's just the whole thing with him too, like the eating with the hands, and like it's like he's trying to be a commoner. He's a millionaire,
Dude.
There's family. His parents. He hasn't had like it's being born with a silver spoon in your mouth of being like, oh, I'm a different politician than everybody else, but you aren't. Every other politician has money. Like you're just like everybody else, and everyone does. Yeah. No one sees through it. It's infuriating.
The city's done. The city's done. It's not even a joke. Like we've talked about this before. There's nothing stopping the stock exchange from moving somewhere else, and when that happens, this city will become Detroit overnight. It's gonna, dude. The housing market's gonna crash in New York City.
All are gonna leave,
dude. The amount of people. I'm telling you right now. You take my advice. Don't take my advice. I really don't give a shit. I've made several moves. It's just it takes money to make money, and when I invest, in stocks that I know are going to go up, and I only have a couple $1,000s to invest, you don't really cut that big of a profit margin. When you have several $1 million, then a 6% gain or 7% gain overnight is a tremendous, feat. But I've hit on like things like Royal Caribbean during COVID. I'm like, yep, buy it. Oh, it's sub 60, buy stock. Guess what? It was over $360. I believe it's now evened out around 330, 340. But again, took off. Tesla, same thing, took off. You want to make money very quick, and you can do this with like 10 of your friends. If everybody ponies up like $25,000, $30,000, buy a fucking house anywhere 10 minutes over the Goethals or Outer Bridge, because New Jersey house prices are about to skyrocket. The amount of people that are going to flee, if you thought it was bad during COVID, the amount of people that are going to flee this city is going to be astounding. And it's going to just right over the bridge, because you're going to have the people that are like, yeah, I don't really want to leave the lifestyle I'm accustoed to. Yeah. But, if I travel 10 minutes over a bridge into New Jersey, I get 4 times the property and square footage of a house for less money. Oh, no, the taxes are going up. My taxes might be $9,000, $10,000 instead of $6,000 in Staten Island. Oh no, who gives a shit? The schools are better in Jersey. The parks are better in Jersey. Dude, we weren't allowed to play on Miller Field because of like the government shutdown and shit. Like it's a federal park and there was an issue. It's like, so hold on, my taxes pay for this park, but we're not allowed to have my son's soccer game there, even though we paid fees and stuff to do that. You go anywhere in New Jersey, like you just walk on a school's baseball field and no one stops you.
Yeah, no,
it's insane. The amount of times me and Nick got kicked off of baseball fields for playing pickup baseball or having like an impromptu practice with like 6 of our teammates, and like it's immediate, dude. If you were getting stabbed, you wouldn't see a cop for miles. But the second you go to play on a fucking city park without a permit, like, get out of here.
Yeah, one of the rangers, like the city park ranger.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I didn't even realize Parks Department still had staff. Like, I've never seen that garbage can's been overflowing for 7 months. Nobody's addressed that, but you're out here yelling at me to get off the swamp that you call a baseball field.
You don't have a permit. Get off. Like,
yeah. So, dude, this city, I really feel bad because I'm born and raised in New York City, and I
thing is too, also like, think about it, like wealthy property owners are not going to be happy. Like if you own
property, Fortune 500 companies are leaving. This guy said if you want to do business in New York, you're going to pay a business tax. Guess what? That business is going everywhere else. And the funny part is, and everybody wants to play the Democrat-Republican game, guess what? New Jersey, bunch of Democrat governors and stuff like that, and people put in place, and it's a generally blue state. They will have no problem accepting everybody's money while abusing New York and be like, yeah, crazy person. Yeah, it doesn't matter about party lines. It's about money.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. And the thing is, too, also, we were talking about local politics. As New Jersey, they have those commercials constantly playing. This is what I love about political season. This is like, you see the
Jack Chitterelli or what's the man's name, lady? What's her name?
Mikey Sherrill.
Mikey Sherrill.
Yeah,
like she doesn't know if she made a $7 million in the stock market. It's like, I guarantee you know, because if I make $30 in the stock market in a day, I'm like, oh shit, Daddy's getting a fucking nice burrito and maybe a 6-pack of beer on the way home because the market's up.
I'm getting that guac on my Chipotle.
I'm gonna get the side of chips and guac today. I'm treating myself.
Yeah. $14 bowl and a $5 bag of guac and chips and guac.
And the next day, that shit tanks, and I'm like, I will take a buttered roll, please.
But I love when that commercial, she's like, not the commercials. They didn't put it in the commercial. The commercial's something else, but that interview with him, and she's like, actually, I have to. She's just like stammering, or like, you
The worst one, lady. The worst one is the fact that she was asked, if you were elected, what's the one change that you would make immediately? And she's like, oh, that's a great question. I'd have to think about it. Like, you don't even have a platform, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't even fire off something like, oh, I want to help healthcare and lower the cost, or I want to get, school. Just be smart and say fucking schools, because everybody cares about kids. Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter. Like, Republicans usually care about kids, like their safety and well-being. Democrats want to fucking date them, but that's beside the point. You couldn't even be smart enough as a politician to put kids first and say, I want to make schools the safest, best place for children, and I want New Jersey to lead by example as the best school system in the country. Done. Couldn't even do that. Because it just goes to show you the caliber of politicians we have now. Yeah. Everybody's a fucking retard. And I'm using it with the hard R. I don't care. I will fucking challenge any one of these assholes, Republican or Democrat, to an IQ test. Because I guarantee you, some of these people are literal zombies. When they're not on camera, they just stand in a room in the dark, like staring at the floor. Like they're fucking androids. Like I don't think any of these people have like any sense of personality or like they don't relate to us whatsoever.
So I like the other one, the commercial with Jack Chitter really has it when she's like talking about like clean energy, and she's like, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg, but if you're a good person, you'll do it. I'm like, listen, first of all, for me wanting to keep my earned money that I work for and use it to like buy groceries, buy my kids nice things, that doesn't make me a bad person. I'm sorry. I should have to fund your bullshit clean energy thing.
Which doesn't exist.
We don't even know what it is that you're doing.
Well, I'll tell you right now what it is. It's more of the same bullshit. Yeah. And this is the problem. And this is the conversation I have with all my liberal friends that want to have the conversation. And if we're being real, clean energy does exist. It's called fucking nuclear energy, but nobody wants a nuclear power plant in their backyard because everybody's scared into thinking there's a massive safety issue. And but when was Chernobyl built? Right? Who was it built by? Where is Chernobyl? People don't even fucking realize it's not even Russia, it's Ukraine. Okay. It was built by fucking Stone Age technology for the time. Yeah. Okay. Russia, people seem to have this opinion that Russia is like, while it's a world superpower, that's because of size and military strength and the amount of nukes that they have. But they're not a technologically like, they're not up there, dude. You know what I mean? So we have the ability to build nuclear power plants in this country in a safe way and actually power things in a more effective, cheaper. It's a great alternative. It produces practically no carbon. And yet we turn away from that and we're going to pretend like throwing solar panels on your roof that lower your bills 7 cents, per, whatever watt, the unit that they use. I'm not going to pretend to be an electrician, but it essentially cuts your bill in like down to like 30%. But then when you factor in the fact that if you don't have your solar panels installed by a company that's going to warranty your fucking roof, if there goes something wrong with your roof, your insurance is going to tell you, guess what? You did it to yourself. We're not paying for the fucking damage. Yeah. Okay. People forget that your roof has a 20-year life-ish. Yeah. Guess what happens when you throw an extra 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of solar panels on your roof and then it snows? And if people don't realize, snow is about, I think, 30 pounds per square foot. So think of your square footage on your roof and now your solar panel. Like, you're asking for problems to save this much money. Yep. And by the way, the solar companies make money off of you because you don't get to store that power that you don't use. It goes back to the solar energy company for them to sell it to everybody else. So it makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah. Yet we're going to continue to push it.
And the thing is too, like I've dealt as real estate attorney, I've dealt with like houses that have that. Then you have a delay on your closing because now you have to get the approval of the solar company to transfer the lease to somebody else. And I actually had it once. The guy had actually bought the panels. So he's like, those are my panels to take with me. I'm like, do you understand? Like, when you take those panels off, the roof's going to have like holes and like damage to it. Like, you're inserting those things into your roof. I'm like, you're going to now fix the roof. The guy's like, I didn't really think about that. I'm like, yeah, just sell it to them. Like, Like you're gonna take it off because it destroy the roof. You have to give them a
On
credit.
top of the
for
fact that
repairing the roof.
solar panels only have a 10 to 20 year like lifespan.
Man, yeah.
And that's if you maintain them. So guess what? If you have a nice big 3-story fucking house, if you ain't getting your ass up there to clean those solar panels every few months, you're losing efficiency.
Yep.
It's damaging the solar panel irreparably. And then either way, it has to be replaced between every 10 and 20 years. So, like, the only way to save money is to have a shit ton of money to spend and drop $30,000 to own the solar panels yourself. Put in some way of storing that solar energy that you're not using, which is going to cost you even more money. And then in the long run, when you factor all that in, you're like, wow, I didn't actually save anything, because clean energy doesn't actually, like, the way they want, it doesn't exist. The worst example, and I'm sorry to cut you off, is windmills. Windmills create a bigger carbon footprint than they will ever save. And the amount of energy, dirty energy that goes into making one, that windmill over its lifespan, which is, again, only about 15 years to 20 years, will never produce the amount of energy it took to make the fucking windmill.
Yeah.
That's literally like saying, hey, I'm going to build this car so I can get around faster, but it doesn't go faster than walking speed. It's the same fucking thing.
I once had this young kid came to my house, probably early 20s, and he worked for the solar company. He was like, hey, we're looking to do, a deal on the solar panels, going house to house, and we got one installed. Are you interested? I basically explained what we just talked about. And the kid's like, I didn't know any of this. And I'm like, I know you're just a salesman. They probably didn't tell you what the go into it. I'm like, I told him, I was like, I'm a real estate agent. I mean, a real estate attorney. I'm like, I know what it does to the roof, how much of a pain in the ass it makes for it later on. And he's just like, wow, I had no idea. I'm like, I hope that kid went home and was like, I quit. This is not gonna
no. See,
that's why people don't like this.
That's a problem, though. That's a problem, because that same motherfucker came to my house, but he was a Jehovah's Witness this time. Okay, you fucked him into a different fucking career path, bro. All right, now he's just showing up at people's house trying to preach the word.
Now he's doing DoorDash, unable to read an address.
You know what? Speaking of DoorDash, okay, fuck DoorDash.
Before we get into it, because we are half hour into this, we're a Bourbon podcast. We haven't talked about whiskey at all.
Let me do my segue. Okay. Speaking about DoorDash, I didn't rely on them for anything else, so I didn't rely on them to deliver this bad boy. Who delivered this? This was a nice gift from our friend Chris McCormick.
Yeah. So wait, hold on. Let's get
Whiskey of the Week.
I love that cannon fire. I love it.
The cannon fire.
Best part is I recorded that at work on my phone. I was just like talking into it, trying to keep it low and stuff. Old Fitz, bottled and bond, 7 years aged, Kentucky straight bourbon, wheated bourbon mash bill, 100 proof, obviously bottled and bond. This was something that I was seeking out. I did not find it on the shelf at all. I found it a couple places online, marked up, of course.
Yes.
I don't know if you can call this allocated, but I think just the fact that it's Old Fitzgerald makes it a hot commodity, because if you've ever tried to buy a bottle of Old Fitz, like 9-year, 12-year, 15-year, they're damn well pretty much untouchable. You have to get very lucky or win some kind of lottery or something like that. But I was very excited to actually get a hold of this. Chris hooked it up. Cheers, Chris. I appreciate it.
Cheers, Chris.
The one thing you can tell right away, and I get this on most of like wheated bourbons and wheat mash bill bourbons, is it's like an immediate sweetness. It's like a very well-rounded, like creme brulee, vanilla-y, like it does. Yeah. Most other bourbons hit me with the caramel first and that like brown sugar kind of sweetness. Like wheated bourbons always come off softer and like more of a vanilla like tone to it, like a very sweet. You know it's going to be sweet, but it's going to be light. It's not going to be intense. It's not over, a very bold expression. I would say, at least on the nose. So
yeah,
and I'm getting that right away. Definitely a nice vanilla in there.
I picked up a bottle of that recently, so I'm happy for that. I'm like, I'm going to save it. I'm not going to open it. Just keep it.
I remember trying this during the football game, and I was pretty smashed. So, kegs and eggs went over very well. Dude, this is an impressive whiskey. It is very light. The creme brulee definitely carries through on the palate.
Yeah.
It's got a nice caramel sweetness, though, with a hint of vanilla. It's very well rounded. And this is something that I can sit here and drink all night. Like, this would be a very easy bourbon to pour for somebody that's not a bourbon drinker and have them find something that they like in it. You know, like I'm surprised because, again, when you get big names with allocated, at least known for being an allocated bourbon, it's easy for them to produce a bottled and bond bourbon that's just like, yeah, whatever. We made it for the rest of you peasants that can't get our good stuff. This is for you. So it's very easy for them to just, dupe us into buying a shit product. But this is very, very well done. So I'm enjoying this. Thank you again, Chris.
Yeah, I remember I tried it that same day when we had Kegs and Eggs, which was a lot of fun. Thank you for having us, sir. It was a lot of fun being in the Scoreboard Addicts pub, as you can see behind you. I picked up that and I was like, I'm gonna save this for like a good occasion. Probably gonna save it for Christmas Eve. We're hosting Christmas Eve, so I'm like, my brother's gonna come over. I figured I'd save that for him. He's into bourbon just like we are. And I have a different bourbon here today. Let me just. So we talked about this the other day. We on Sunday we hung out too. Matt did a little football Sunday, and he got it. Well, I was telling you about this one, but this is the Penelope Cigar Session Chapter 1. I'm assuming they're coming out with more. Actually, I should have looked this up, but I don't know what kind of cigar it says to smoke with this. But it says a blend of shape 100% American single malt and American light whiskey elevates the cigar experience with its rich, balanced character, experience, innovation, and passion in every sip.
Isn't that it's also, I know usually those cigar blends are like certain type of wood that it's finished in, like probably something that I can't pronounce. It's like Armagnac or something like that.
It didn't say what it's finished in.
Because I believe
good for medium-bodied cigars.
Which again is definitely what might be a medium-bodied cigar to me might not be the same medium-bodied to you, depending on your palate. So that's a very like, oh yeah, try this, and you all of a sudden, for me, I might be ripping a friggin', I don't know, Perdomo, something nice and smooth and easy, and you might be sitting there ripping a Diesel, which is just usually a powerhouse of nicotine and flavor, and which I also enjoy as well. But I like those things that that especially alcohol companies are very clever in making things ambiguous and enter your own blank here, right? Like, and it'd be really good with this, your favorite chicken dish, and it's like, that my favorite chicken dish might be fucking chicken franchise or curry chicken. So there's very different flavors there.
Exactly. Chicken and rice. I love chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice. Who doesn't?
So this I told you about this one. It has like, I call it like almost like a Christmas bourbon because it has like that toffee, that like spice to it, like a nutmeg, almost like a nutmeg.
Yeah, I like it. Yes.
Yeah, it still has that. Like, I think you'd like, because I know you love those like Christmas beers and Christmas flavors. When it comes time for Christmas, we'll talk about beers and we taste out the beers and everything. But yeah, it has like a little bit of like a nutmegish or nutmeggy. I don't know, how would you nutmegish type of taste to it, which is
San Diegans. I like it's funny, like pumpkin spice, there's no pumpkin in it, right? Like Christmas, if you say Christmas spice to somebody, generally they know what you're talking about, right? Like a little nutmeg and cinnamon and a little allspice in there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little clove.
And it's not too sweet either, this one. Okay. I think we're the first, like, kind of like how you were describing before, how it like first goes in, it's a little sweet, and then it's kind of finished it off pretty light. It is definitely lighter.
My question is, what's the complexity like? Are you sitting there like continuously picking up different flavors and notes on it? Because I think that's one of my favorite things is when you pour a bourbon, you sit down, you settle into it, you have a couple sips, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there. And I like to drink my bourbon neat. Nothing against drinking it over ice. I like drinking bourbon over ice. I like mixing bourbon, give me a Jack and Coke any day of the week, especially if I'm in Atlantic City gambling. That's my go-to, like just to keep the party going all night.
Yeah.
But if I'm spending money on good whiskey, which I mean that bottle is what, close to $100 bottle. This same thing, close to $100 bottle.
This was a birthday gift for myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you're spending that kind of money, you want to be able to actually get some legs out of it, right?
Yeah.
So I love sitting down with a bourbon and like getting different hints and notes. And then I know this is like such a nerdish thing to do. It's like, how about you just, my grandfather be sitting here like, just fucking drink it, be a man. Be a funny little bitch talking about it.
I'm not picking up as much of the Christmas spice today as I did when I first tried it. So it definitely is changing a little bit. Maybe because this is only the second pour I've had of this bottle. So maybe that first pour was kind of just a little off.
It's funny, dude. Depending on what you eat for dinner, that affects it. Like it affects everything. That's why when you go to a fancy restaurant, they give you palate cleansers in between, your appetizers and your main course and your different courses, is because your palate will get mucked up with everything. Like that's why my wife makes fun of me because I keep a toothbrush and toothpaste at work because I know the first thing I'm going to do on my drive to work is drink a coffee to wake up a little bit. And drinking a coffee after brushing your teeth is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
So I will literally drink my coffee to wake up, get to work, and then brush my teeth at work because I have my own, bathroom and stuff like that and locker there. And so it's not like just a fucking random public bathroom. Like I have my own bathroom at work.
You just do it on the street with a water bottle, right?
Yeah, pretty much. We at this point in New York City, that wouldn't surprise anybody.
Bed to the floor.
But like I'll literally brush my teeth at work to avoid that like gross. Like, because like toothpaste doesn't just like come off your palate, like get off your tongue. Like you taste mint like for an hour.
No, 100%. And that's like, I don't really. I'm not much of a coffee drinker. I'll have it if I'm just exhausted. Like this week has been long because I've been going to work. Usually I work from home, and I've been going into the city more. But I'm getting up earlier and earlier. But it's just I was like tired on the way home, so I got a coffee. I didn't really drink coffee. Just something to get me like through the ride because it's gonna take an hour to get back. But that's the only time I really drink coffee. So I don't really ever drink it in the morning anyway. So by the time I go drink it, I'll probably drink it on the way home because I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I don't know if I can make the ride home. Need a little boost,
Dude, it's either a Monster or coffee every morning for me. I need immediate caffeine. I am a miserable, mean person without caffeine. Like the caffeine addiction. You talk about like smoking and this, that, and the other thing, and name your addiction. The hold caffeine has on me might be the worst thing in my life, and I have no intention of separating myself from it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel with alcohol. No, I'm kidding. But no, I never had that hold with like coffee or the caffeine. I don't even drink soda that much. Like I think.
Oh no, soda I can go without. I drink seltzer more than anything.
Yeah, I drink seltzer all the time. I love seltzers.
If let's say I'm running around or I don't feel like having a cup of coffee or I'm not grabbing a Monster or I'm running late for work and I got to get there quick and I don't stop for anything. By the mid-afternoon, if I haven't had any caffeine, I get the worst fucking headaches. The worst, dude. It's bad. Like, so like it's literally a physical addiction at this point. But then again, me and my cousin were drinking coffee at like 6, 7 years old, having breakfast with my grandmother and grandfather who watched us every summer, because both of our parents worked. So my grandmother's pouring us, some Folgers or chock full of nuts at 6, 7 years old while we're having breakfast. And we'd sit there with my grandfather, watch The Price is Right. It's like, people think I'm crazy. It's one of my favorite things in the world was just sitting there watching The Price is Right. Me and my cousin Brian watching The Price is Right with my grandfather because, and I get it, and I'm not trying to justify anything, but I'm sorry when you say horribly misogynistic and terrible things to people that you don't know that are on a game show in front of 7 and 8 year olds that are just listening and laughing. Like those are some of my fondest memories because my grandfather would say something terrible. Like some woman would be like, I think it's $700, Bob. And he'd be like, dumb bitch. At least $1,000. What a fucking idiot. And then 5 seconds later, and the actual retail price, $712. And we'd look at my grandfather like, and he'd be like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, who did? You said this was during the summer, right? I mean, this is
we were home during, because obviously, our parents are working. We're home for summer vacation. So my grandmother, like, you want to talk about like spoiled? we would get to my grandmother's house, respectively. I'd just walk next door because my grandmother lived next door. My cousin would get dropped off by his dad around the same time. I'd walk next door, and there'd be waffles and cookies, coffee already made, fucking eggs, bacon, like the whole nine. And it's like, oh my God, like this is, dude, amazing. Like the greatest point, like like as far as life goes, like if you want to talk about having it all, it's like I walked next door and got fed like a champion's breakfast. You know what I mean? Like just epic. And at this point now, like I make myself breakfast and I put all the work in and I sit down and have it. And nothing's ever as good when you make it for yourself, because like there's something to be said about getting handed something and not having to put any work into it. Yeah. Kind of like everybody on Section 8, but whatever. You started with the politics. I just took the lead.
Hey, listen. I actually have a funny story about politics I have to get to, but this is
shit.
This is funny because I hate these. I hate getting advertisements. Last year last year or 2 years ago, I got that guy who left their tag on my front door of like him running, and like he was like running for like a Senate or Congress seat in New Jersey. And
was it actually the guy, or was it a hired person to hang his thing on you?
No, you know what I mean, like a hired person, but it was the guy's face.
That'd be amazing if it was actually the guy and you looked at him and just tore it up in his face. It was like, fuck out of here.
It was the actual guy, but you get what I mean? Like the guy's face is on it. So I'm thinking about this guy, and I'm like, I can't believe they left this on my front door. I'm like, now I have to sit there, take it to the garbage, and throw it away. And I'm just annoyed. So I think I made a video. I was like, oh, see what happens when you leave it advertising. I'm just going to put it in the special drawer. And I threw it in the box. I put it on Twitter. And I tweeted at the guy at his campaign. They ignored me. But I made sure that I was going to comment on every single one of his tweets about how he left garbage on my door. And it was his advertising. And then there was another one too. Wasn't there? Oh, man, I can't remember. When we first started the podcast like 4 years ago, there was one politician that I kept having to tweet at, or I kept going on Facebook and running. It was
shit, yeah. This sounds so familiar. Shit, I remember this.
Commented on it. I forgot what it was. I can't remember. Oh my God, it was so much fun. But this is like this is what I do. I'm sorry, I'm probably horrible for it, but this is what I got today in the mail. New Jersey votes on Tuesday, November 4th. Visit, whatever. So I'm thinking, all right, well, it's just just whatever. It's a mailer. No, this came from, I'm trying to block because I have my address on here. I don't want my address on here, but came from Seattle, Washington. Do that. Like if this is from New Jersey, it wouldn't get post-dated through Seattle. Like they wouldn't send some from New Jersey through Seattle. And there's a little message. Look at that.
Hi, Anthony. Thank you.
Hi, Anthony. Thank you for being a voter. When will you vote in the November 4th election? Please plan ahead. From Marie. I'm like, what is this? Like, who? I mean, I'm sure this is somebody. Like, I don't know if it's, what is it? It's New Jersey, votingmattersnewjersey.org. Like, I'm sure.
I mean, if Marie was a serious person, at the very least, she'd throw some digits on there. Like, hey, get back to me. Here's a picture of me in a bathing suit. Like, I'm just saying. And again, I'm equal opportunity. She might be an 80-year-old woman. Just fucking throw it out there. I don't give a fuck.
I'm just like baffled by it because this has never happened. And then tell me to please plan ahead. Is this a threat?
Apparently.
Is she threatening me?
I'm telling you right now, if Maria takes you out for not voting on November 4th, I will avenge you.
Please plan ahead. I will plan ahead, Marie. I'm going to go there.
What would you do if, like, you just walked out of your house, you're walking to your car, you're going to work, whatever, and you just see, like, a woman sprinting after your car, like, are you voting today, Anthony? It's like, Jesus.
It's November 5th. She found out I didn't vote. I honestly, if she's running full speed at me, I honestly just go like this. Just see her fly, like just move last minute. Just see her try to dodge me. Just one little
nothing
step.
Makes me happier than like watching those TikToks of like somebody fucking with somebody else, like somebody in the car screaming something crazy at somebody, or even just like somebody crashes their car and somebody's like, you can't park there, and they always try to run after the car. It's like, do you not know how cars work? Even if the car only did running speed for you, your exact running speed, you will never catch up to it because the car doesn't get tired. Like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
It
makes me laugh every time. It's like, you're not a serious person if you're running after a fucking car. Like, if you have something in your hand that you're going to chuck at the car, like, all right, that makes sense. You get a running start, get a little momentum behind it, let it fly. Maybe you blow out the back window. You know, like, hey, you got him. You're going to jail now, but you got him. But there's people running after a car, screaming and yelling. It's like, you lost. What are you doing?
Yeah, you're not gonna win that race. But yeah,
you're gonna pull a hammy at the very least.
Oh yeah. And my wife's like, "What is this? Like, why is this woman Marie writing to you?" I was like, "I don't know."
Now I'm gonna purposely send you like just random pictures of like just a random woman. Like, you know, you just go on Getty Images of like random woman in a dress and bikini and say like, "Hi, this is Maria. Anthony, did you vote?" Reach back out and just see if your wife finds you. Like, yo, who the fuck is this bitch?
Yeah. Why? What is going on? And then I remember going back to the last year when I don't want to say harassing. I don't want to say cyberbullying. I want to say letting him know about how his garbage affected me.
Exercising your First Amendment right.
Yes. I remember he lost. And I think I tweeted him the next day and be like, "So you lost, and we should put garbage on people's doorsteps."
I did the same thing. What was that moron's name? Bowman or whatever, that pulled the fire alarm in the Capitol and was like, "I thought that's what opened up doors." Like, and he like got like they let him off the hook when if you ever pulled a fire alarm anywhere, we'd be in jail for 5 years because that is a fucking crime. But so when he lost his election, I literally tweeted at him. I'm like, thank God, because somebody as retarded as you thinking you could pull a fire alarm to open up a fucking door should not be in charge of anybody. Anybody. Like, what are we doing here? Like, we do not, like, that's the problem with U.S. politics. We don't put our best up there. It's just
the problem.
The biggest piece of shit that has backing and is bought and paid for by somebody that's going to give them enough money to run and that's the problem. The layman, the simple individual that goes to work every day and just thinks our politics and voting system is on the up and up. It's like, no. It costs millions of dollars to even be relevant in a small election.
Yeah.
Like, mayor of a city is a multi-million-dollar undertaking. So if you don't have that, you're screwed essentially. So like the whole foundation of our country and our politics and our government of electing local officials to represent you on the federal, level doesn't exist. Like, and it's not Mikey Sherrill or Jack Chitterelli or this Mamdani guy or Cuomo or fucking Sliwa or Schumer or any of these people. They don't give a shit about you on the local level because you mean nothing to them. Like, you're what you feel and what you're concerned about, it means zero. But the fact that people run on basis of lies and get convinced that that's what's gonna, like, oh yeah, we're gonna give everything away for free. At this point, if you really think free exists, you're a fucking idiot. Nothing is free. No. There's nothing that's free. Somebody's paying for it. One way or the other, somebody's paying for it.
And the thing is, too, with politics, always like, we have so many smart people in this country. None of them are politicians. Like, none of them want to be politicians. They don't want to deal with it. And the people who are politicians are just, like you said, they get backed by millions of dollars. They run these bullshit platforms. And it's terrible because this is our political system. Like, the whole political system supposed to be, you have representatives.
And it takes a toll on you. And dude, look at what Barack Obama looked like going into his presidency and what he looked like after 8 years. It looked like somebody fucking threw that guy down a flight of stairs every day for 8 years. It looked like they put him in fucking Vietnam at the height of the war and was like, survive. Like, the dude was beaten down. Like, he was totally gray. He had wrinkles all over his face. He was like, he was defeated. Like, holy shit, dude.
A president, too. President obviously has a lot more concerns. I mean, local politicians, they all look the same. I mean, it's nothing. There's no big thing going on. But when you're president,
no, their hardest thing is showing up to DC to vote. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Which
yeah,
is
those-
another
I'm
joke
talking
when people
like the
can't show
local,
up to vote.
our local mayor over here, in Jersey.
Right. Or, you know,
The guy
you
looks
city
changed the last
council or yes.
I've been living here for
I
like
agree.
8 years, and the guy looks exactly the same. He hasn't aged a bit. In fact, he probably looks better because he probably takes his paycheck, gets some Botox done. But you know, like it's just that it's crazy. But the president, yeah, they always look like you look at George Bush before he was president and after, and even Biden, even Trump. Look at Trump. Just the first couple of years of this presidency, he looks older than he did before when he was running.
I wouldn't. While
Really?
everybody says it'd be fun to be president or something like that, I wouldn't want to deal with that shit. Like,
There's just so
dude,
much
the amount of people
they deal with all the time.
you can have whatever opinion you want. Imagine working a job where, and take this at face value. Forget your biases against President Trump or whatever you might have. Take it at face value. He's a multi-billionaire that was a business mogul and decided to become president, and his life has been threatened and literally he's been shot at and caught in the ear, right? His life's threatened multiple times for just being president. Like, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, we're at a point in this country where you cannot have an opinion against what the popular opinion is. And like, again, isn't that what our country's based on, is all of us not agreeing and just trying to meet in the middle? And there's no more unbiased anything. There's no more down the middle. There's no more, reaching across the aisle. It's just, at this point, dude, I think this country needs another civil war because everybody just has a vitriol versus everybody else.
No,
dude,
I don't
but
agree, yeah.
it's just hate. It's just fucking
It
hate.
is hate everywhere.
I can sit there and have a conversation with anybody about anything. I'm a believer in the Second Amendment, and I like going to the gun range and stuff like that. And I believe in gun safety, and obviously background checks are a necessary thing. Like, and people want to pretend like they don't exist. Like, there's plenty of background checks. The FBI fucks up all the time. The amount of school shooters that manage to get guns and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a failure of the system, not the system's not doing enough. No, the system is there in place to do enough. It's just a failure of people not doing their jobs. But whatever. That's beside the point. I can have a conversation with somebody and listen to your valid arguments about why you don't agree with it and why this, that, and the other thing, and have it civilized. But it seems like anytime politics get brought up, somebody walks out of the room pissed off or threatening violence and stuff like that. So, and where this is leading to, every one of us, dude, I sit in traffic too long and I want to fucking kill everybody. Imagine being the president and being like, I could fucking do it right now. Like, you could just be like, you know what? The U.S., I'm a big soccer fan. The U.S. lost the World Cup to fucking, Yugoslavia. Bye-bye. Wham! What? Oh, fucking goals disallowed and we lose? Watch this shit. Like, because that's my mentality. That's where I'd be at. It's like, you sons of bitch. Oh, hey, Toronto, you may have beaten the Yankees, but you ain't beating this motherfucker.
Imagine that's sick.
Hey, everybody, remember when Canada was a place?
As like a president, though, you think about like their job is completely 24/7. Like the only time they probably get a break with no one around them is when they go to sleep. That's
I don't even know if you're allowed to sleep, dude. Like, have you seen Trump lately? He looks fucking haggard, bro.
He looks so tired. Like, it's just you barely sleep. You probably sleep like maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Bro, I was dying. Somebody asked him today. He, whatever press conference he did, and they're still talking about us blowing up Venezuela fucking drug boats. It's like the amount of drugs people die of in this country every day, and they want to villainize Trump for being like, yeah, no, we're going to take care of this problem since Venezuela refuses to do anything about it. So we're going to take care of it because we're protecting our citizens against, dying from drugs. And again, I'm more libertarian. You want to do drugs? Have fucking fun. You know what? But if you OD, that's on you. You don't have money to pay for a medical bill. You lay there and die. Sucks for you. I'm a big believer in freedom to do whatever you want to do, as far as yourself. You want to, put a pair of fake boobies on and say you're a woman, go for it. I don't fucking care. You want to be gay? Be gay. You go get an abortion. While I may not share your opinions or the timeline of what people think is allowed, I don't have to live with the morality of that decision. So again, like, I'm a big believer in God put us on this planet to have free choice, and that's going to affect you and whatever higher power you believe in, whatever. But I'm a big believer in freedom and making decisions on your own. But it's like Trump today, somebody asked him like, oh, why don't you just declare war on the drug cartels coming from Venezuela, as if you can declare war on a fucking
I don't know. Like it's not a
Like
country.
it's not a country. It's not. You're not fighting a military. You're not. There's no such thing as declaring war. Like, it's just a stupid. It's a bullshit talking point to sell fucking newspapers.
Yeah.
And he said, "All right, listen.
Yeah, do it.
What's gonna happen is we're gonna kill them. They're gonna be dead. Okay, they're gonna be dead. You run drugs to this country, you're gonna be dead." Like he was so like fed up with the like stupidity of it. He's like, yeah, essentially, you fuck with the U.S. and you try to bring drugs here, which is killing our citizens. We're gonna kill you first. Fuck you. And like everyone, Mr. President, like trying to ask him a question. It's like nobody likes that. Everybody likes the polished politician. Nobody likes to hear the truth. And any one of us would say the same fucking thing. A fucking a swarm of bees keeps attacking your kids in the backyard. What are we gonna do? Go get a can of Raid and dead. Like simple fucking bullshit. Like let's stop acting like this is a crazy perspective of like you're gonna bring drugs to this country. Check this out. We got these bombs. Look at this. Wham! He's bigly. He's gone bigly. Like. And everybody gets bent out of shape. It's fucking hilarious. It's like, listen, yeah, if I was the dude driving the boat, like, all right, you just want me to drive over there? That's it? All right, cool. You guys see that? It's following us. Oh, fuck. Right? Like, I don't know, dude. I try to find the humor in things and, like, politics at this point in this country. If you can't sit there and be like, this is fucking stupid. This is stupid. Like, the Mamdani thing when he asked Cuomo, like, whoa, you can't name a single mosque you've been to in the last 10 years. If I was Cuomo, I would have turned around and be like, yeah, I'm fucking Catholic, and I can't name the last church I've been in either, dude. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Matter. It's always like he tries to pick a high ground type of thing when he asks questions like that. It's just like, he should. I said, we talked about this before. I said, he probably should turn around and just been like, well, when's the last time you were at a temple? Like, you want to go that way? Like, you want to, the same thing you're trying to do. Is that going to be?
Right. Like, oh, when's the last time you've been to the Church of Scientology? It's like, I don't know. I don't fucking hang out with Tom Cruise, so never.
But I do want to wrap up here because we're already past the hour point. But I was going to say one of the things before we'll wrap up quick. But the NBA big news today was that they arrested Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier and a couple other coaches. I think it was for illegal gambling with like the mafia.
Did you see that LeBron James has been implicated by somebody, a whistleblower?
Was it actually? Or I know there was someone who said that one of the coaches of the Cavs was given injury information that shouldn't have been given out. So
somebody, and I believe the New York Post put this out. Yes, all allegedly, but allegedly LeBron James is involved in some aspect, and then somebody took the time to put together like a 5-fucking-minute video of LeBron throwing bricks off the top of the backboard in the same spot every time, like at the top corner of like the box that you're supposed to when you learn how to shoot fucking layups in when you're a little kid or whatever, like aim for the box and bank shot it right into the net every time. He's throwing up bank shots, but perfectly above the top corner of that box above the rim. And it's 5 fucking minutes of brick after brick after brick. And then one of them, he actually gets his own rebound and goes and pushes the ball away to the other team. And it's like, oh, fuck.
Listen, the NBA already had their issues with that. The referee what was his name again? I can't remember his name.
Yes. I remember his face. I don't remember his name.
Okay. The fact that that's happened before and now they have this may destroy the sport.
It's going to destroy sports betting. Wait until somebody says, I got fucked out of a $100,000 parlay because they decided to throw a game. I'm suing FanDuel.
Also,
I want my money back.
But in turn, do you know what else this destroys? Imagine I get where this is going.
I don't get where this is going.
Well, the NBA subsidizes WNBA.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were I was gonna say maybe this takes it.
Money.
Dude, me personally, I'm thinking the other way. I'm thinking fucking Roger Goodell is sitting in his fucking house shitting a brick right now because he's fucking next. And anybody that's going to sit there and says the Chiefs aren't helped by the refs, every fucking game, you're out of your mind. You are out of your mind. I hope they look in the NFL and I hope they break. Dude, the NFL is definitely fixed.
It sucks too because, like, I hope this doesn't affect, like, because they just legalized sports gambling. What?
Oh, it's fucking everything up, dude. It's going to fuck shit up.
5-6 years ago, they legalized this, and it is already a fucking shit show. They're gonna like shut it down again.
The funniest thing I read today on Twitter was somebody put like, you know what, guys, this is why they should pay NBA players a fair wage and give them cost of living increases so they don't have to worry about gambling if they're well paid. Like totally tongue in cheek. It's like if you're making $20 million a year and you have to fucking gamble as well, you're just a greedy asshole.
I saw someone, I don't know if this was true or not, but it was on Twitter. Someone wrote somewhere like, I don't even want to say because it's probably wrong, but they were saying apparently like Rozier was getting like for messing up this is all alleged because I don't even know if this is true, but they were like he was getting like $200K a game for like messing that up, and they're like he makes $225K a game. Like, did you really need the extra? Like, you don't. It's some of it is greedy, but they also were doing the illegal poker games, and they were using tech in the poker games to win money. They were like contacts, glasses, X-ray poker tables.
Oh yeah,
to see what people's cards were. It is crazy. I think they said it was a bunch of like mafia members too that were arrested today too. They arrested their people. They weren't all just athletes.
So of course, dude. Like listen,
crazy. It could destroy sports gambling. Could destroy sports.
It's going to. But you know what? The fact that people are actually bitching about this, like Stephen A. Smith is going out saying that Trump is doing this to settle some score about. It's like, listen, Stephen A. Smith is a fucking idiot. He really is. He's one of those guys that tries to speak intellectually about subjects that he just should avoid because he's a sports analyst and he fucking sucks at that too. Yeah. So, like, just stay in your own lane, dude. You're allowed to have your opinion, but your opinion's a dog shit. Why the fuck would Trump try to go after the NBA? What the fuck does he care about the NBA? Right? Like, this is some kind of no. This is about fairness and people not bilking the average American, and that's what is going on. Especially with sports gambling. So any fucking fan of a sport that is not pissed off that this has gotten so bad that literally the FBI had to get involved and squash it, because you know the fucking NBA commissioner knows about it. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no way you don't. The same thing with fucking the whole steroid era in baseball and everybody being like, nobody knew. And then you have everybody coming out of every organization being like, nobody knew. We were shooting these guys up in the locker room. Yeah. Nobody knew.
We were doing
nobody knew. Like, well, are we serious?
Yeah.
Like, it's just bullshit. And again, it's everybody trying to get twisted into turning it into something that it's not. Take it again at face value. Mm. A sport that you watch, that you pay money to go view and attend games and you buy jerseys and all that stuff, has been proven to be almost as fake as fucking WWE wrestling. And you're not pissed off about it. You want to make it a political thing, like, oh, Trump did this and Trump did that. It's a vendetta issue. No, the fuck it's not. It should be a major issue for any fan of any sport.
Yeah.
And it's going to fuck up sports betting.
Yeah. And it's
going to have ramifications.
Sports, too. I think about it. I mean, and we're funny because, like, the Knicks are actually good now. And it's like, of course. This has to happen. The Knicks are actually good again.
Dude, I mean, just on the Rangers alone, right? How many disallowed and allowed goals do not go our way ever?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, we're going to, Toronto to look at this. And it's like, clearly the puck's over the fucking line. It's in the back of the net. Oh, no, the whistle blew right before. It's like, but no, it didn't.
Yeah, it was, they always do it was ruled not a goal on the ice. There's not enough video evidence to overturn it. Like, where the fuck, I have video evidence on my TV. Where is your video evidence?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous, dude. So, yes, if you're any type of sports fan, you should want 110% this to be a major deal, and it should, at the very least, have ramifications of making sure, make these guys examples, put them in fucking federal prison for 25 years. Yeah. Make them examples of what you do to screw over the average American, because this is going to fuck up a lot of things. We all assume that things like this go on, but I never really thought it was that easy to just multimillionaires getting involved to make a couple extra shekels. It's just the greed that it's intolerable, and it shouldn't be tolerated. And I hope they make an example out of every one of these. So every single person in professional sports knows it's like, yo, dude, I'm going to fuck my entire life up. No, I'm not. I won't miss a free throw or an extra point fucking kick or make sure I take a little speed off the base pad so I get called out. Like, this should be made to, it never happens again. Like, lifetime bans from sports, lifetime, like, dude, what's his name? Silva should be fucking not allowed to be a commissioner of the NBA.
Yeah,
this happened under your watch. You're gonna pretend like you don't know about it. You're fucking fired immediately. He should be fired right now.
The other thing too is like we don't know obviously the full story of it, but like when you think about like when like crime organizations get involved, you also think about like were there threats to force them to do this? Like, is that like if that's gonna happen too, that's a problem, right? Because then like you're trying to keep people above board, but then they're being coerced to do something for whatever reason it might be, whether they owe them money or if they, they're threatened. I don't know if this is happening all allegedly, but like you think about that too, or that comes up and you're like, well, now we have to keep a professional athlete safe too, So I mean,
the funny thing is, I don't even think it needs to be at that level. The fucked up part is it's as easy as like, oh yeah, we'll just blackmail you. We'll just tell everybody that you did this and prove that you did. Like, so that's all it is. It's as simple as offering somebody cash money and being like, yo, yeah, all you have to do is miss 4 fucking free throws tonight.
Yeah.
And that's what, again, it's greed. It's greed from people whose families are now generationally wealthy and never will have to work again.
Yeah.
And yet it's still not enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but me and you go to work every day to barely make ends meet, live paycheck to paycheck to afford to be able to provide our family a decent life.
Yeah.
And yet me and you would go right to jail if I fucking accepted any type of bribe or handout or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, as far as my job goes, if I take a bottle of water off of somebody on the street, I can be fucking brought up on corruption charges as that's a bribe to a city official. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, no. There's no excuses. There's severest penalty possible. Kiss my ass. Like, you're a multimillionaire. You deserve zero. Oh, we feel bad for you. Oh, no, fuck you. Rot in prison. I hope they send you to a Supermax and you get molested every day in the shower. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't feel bad for multimillionaires. Yeah. Oh, it's just a little extra cash. Fuck you.
Yeah. But on that note, we'll end there. Like I said, we're going to start doing these, I guess, every now and then. We'll take a break from the sport, do Bourbon
Boys, sports. It's nice just to bullshit like everybody else and talk nonsense. And you know what?
Just bullshitting. It's just fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You'll see more of this, I guess, every now and then.
I enjoyed it.
It was fun. It was good. It was able. You
drank bourbon. I drank also a beer.
Yeah, I can't have beer anymore. That's those stories time.
That sucks, man.
Wrapping it up. But bourbon, I still have bourbon because it has to be 50% corn. So it saves me with my bourbon drinking.
51, right?
51. That's what sorry. At least 51% corn in a bourbon in order to be a bourbon. But that saves me from having to keep enjoying my bourbon. Follow us here. We're gonna create a TikTok. We're gonna start doing bourbon tastings on TikTok. Probably do. I don't know. I wanted this to be more of like a lifestyle bourbon. We're both dads. Talk dad stuff. Talk bullshit. A little bit of travel. We won't go away. So follow us on this. We're gonna open a new channel, Bourbon Boys podcast channel. Probably just called the Bourbon Boys, and then just go from there. Post some stuff on there. Post some stuff on TikTok. Try to do a little more than just the sports. And hopefully stick with us while we do go through this little bit of transition with debuting a new segment or a new, I guess.
At the very least, jump in on the comments and the chats and stuff like that, especially live. Throw some fucking topics at us or whatever you want to rant and rave. We'll fucking read crazy shit. We don't care. We're not afraid of getting canceled.
I think we're also going to try to do I was going to try to do the lives for on like TikTok while we're doing it, like do our podcast live. And then so people comment on TikTok, we'll read your comments. It's cool with us. If you love drinking bourbon, talking bullshit, join us. We'll be here. So for that, take care. Thanks for joining us today. And
cheers.
Also, cheers.
Right.
I'm gonna try to get us back onto an audio format too. So you could also you'll be hearing us on maybe Apple or Spotify, whatever it might be. But that's it for today. Hopefully you join us next time for the next episode. Later, TJ.
Bye, Rook.
Peace out.